So I went to my first formal education as a songwriter 3 years ago in Austin. Um,
Nice.
Andrea Stolpe has she does a songwriting retreat in New York, in Nashville, in Austin, and in LA. And she's a former, Berkeley professor, and she does a lot of work with labels and whatever. She's been a label writer. She's got a great background and a great energy. And her retreats are curated, so you have to submit your portfolio to her, and she curates everyone to figure out what
Nice.
25 or 30 people she's going to invite to the retreat for that particular retreat. And so I went to my first one not knowing what to expect. And it's 5 days. And you show up the first day, everybody sort of gets to know one another in a round table, and everyone's very accomplished that I'm there with. I'm just feeling good to be there, like, all right, I
Yeah.
didn't get cut. Put me in, coach. And so then the next day we start. So we do like a morning yoga, have breakfast, then we do a little bit of education about different, didactic aspects of songwriting. And then by 3 o'clock, she splits everyone up into 3-person teams. And she makes the 3 people write a song. And then at 6 o'clock, right after the early dinner break, at 6 o'clock, everybody has to perform it as a trio.
Oh, right
So
on.
each group, right?
That's cool.
And so your 8 or 9 groups are doing this, and you're there with really good people. So there's a lot of
Yeah.
pressure to write
Yeah.
a song, finish
Right.
it, and then perform it. And I'd never done any of that before. And so to me, like, what is, as a poet, maybe I'd done a little bit of free writing, but never to that level, because it was just sort of me, learning from my grandma. And so, went through, these free writing sessions that we reduced down to, lyric, and made, music out of them. And each of my groups, uh, I thought I was just like in the most amazing moment. We wrote an amazing song. We performed it that night. You swear that you've met your new soulmates
Yeah.
that very
Yeah.
day. And then the next day she breaks you up into a different group and makes you write with another group.
Wow.
5 nights in a row, you're doing that. And you kind of get the vibe. For one, she tells you, what are you good at? So she's
Nice.
listening to, she spends time in each of the writing groups, watching the group interact. And then when you perform it, she kind of knows who did what in the performance. And then she gives you a breakdown after the first 2 days, and after the second 2 days, and then the last day. So you get 3 professorial check-ins. And she says, hey, Chris, you've got a great voice, or Mike, you're a great guitar player, or whatever she's telling people. And so for me, she said, look, you know, you're you've got your superpower is reaching into everyone and pulling the best out of them in the group. So you observe what everyone's great at, and you pull it out of them and make sure that's part of the song that you're writing together. You're great at me, she said. I'm great at lyrics. She said you're great at arrangement and structure and rhythm, and prosody, and the collaboration and the harmonies, but your melodies suck. So you need to work on your melodies, right? And so for me, she asked, well, how do I fix that? Right? I've never been to school for melody writing. She said, hey, you need to find the very best melody writers that you can, and co-write with them and listen to what they do for 5 or 10 songs. And then you need to do that in the next set of songs you write. And so a very long-winded way for me to say, like, I co-write with, when I got back from my retreat, I started co-writing with everybody, and I found you've put me with an intuitive vocal melodist, and we can write a pretty dang good song
Yeah.
in 3 hours
That's me.
and cut it, right?
If you give me that guy, we could write 10 songs in a day if we were having a good day, right? If they were just simple rock songs and we were just wanting to bang out some tunes, we could easily write 10 songs, and 2 of them would be songs that we would probably play forever.
Yeah, and for me, that was a new revelation.
That's
And
awesome.
so I went through a period of writing with the very best melody writers that I knew, and then I flipped it, and I forced myself to be. Think about how terrifying this will be, Mike. Put your guitar down. You can't pick it up.
I've done it.
You can't pick it
No,
up,
I'm
and
not
you're
that
going to
guy.
just sit there and you're going to sing right? You're the singer in the writing group. You're not going to do anything but sing, right?
Terrifying.
And to me, it was great. It was like bonsai base jumping or something. Like, all right, I'm there, man. I'm in. And so after you do it 5 or 10 times, you get over yourself, and you sort of develop some approach to, what key do you write in, or how do you
Yeah.
sing a melody, or how do you make a riff or whatever.
Well,